what's up? Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below as part of the channel. Thank you. What we're going to do today is we're going to have a look at this video from Jamaican Dry Cannon, Jamaica. That's a place that if you go over there and you happen to have pale skin, that you have to basically live inside the walls of a camp. Because if you went outside of those walls, well, if you have pale skin, very negative things would happen to you. That's interesting, isn't it? What happened if you went into the likes of South Chicago and you happen to have pale skin? Yeah, you're told negative things that happen there too. That's interesting. I wonder what they have in common. What about if you went to Cape Town and you hung around the neighbourhood there with the locals and you happen to have pale skin? What happened there? Well, you're told not to do that either. Oh, I wonder what the common denominator is amongst those three places. It must be the climate. So anyway, let's have a look at this guy and let's pause throughout this video to see what this guy is saying, and we'll have a bit of a laugh about it.
Like, what's with this racist country called Ireland? Like, why? Like,
very interesting, because if you know that the country is istophobe, as you like to call it, well, that means that you don't feel welcome, which means, why are you still here? Or maybe you're a stupid person because it doesn't exist, and maybe you're trying to grift off, but then maybe you might not be that stupid, because these people have been siphoning the movements that has been out there for the last couple of years, which is these people feeling all types of way about themselves and then come across to countries then, for example, in the West, that have been functioning for a very long time without the help of guys like Dry Cannon, and these guys seem to know a lot better. Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because how come you're still not in Jamaica, mate, and how come you're not running anything in Jamaica? That's really strange, isn't it? I always find that to be quite interesting. But yeah, it's an istophobe country. Well, if I felt somewhere was an istophobe country, I wouldn't live in it. That's just me.
why do you take people's children, yeah? Migrants' children, yeah? Who's been in this country for 20 years, yeah?
Way too long of a time.
Yeah? Oppress the parents, put the...
How is that? People wheeling into town and getting free accommodation, free housing. That's something that the Irish people aren't getting. Want to have a look at yourself there, mate? What type of device are you using to record this on? And all of the other individuals that like to be out there crying about this sort of stuff, they're all using top of the range stuff. Fresh haircuts, fresh clobber that they're wearing. And they're telling you, oh, we're oppressed. Get a grip.
children in school and teach them your history. How do you get off, like, how do you do these things?
What was happening there was his mouth was moving and his brain wasn't quick enough to catch up with his mouth moving. That was interesting to view, that, wasn't it?
Things like, you are the most racist people in the world. You don't oppress people's parents, children's...
So head on then, jog on. If you want to talk about realism, and here's the thing, these people all like to say these things. Someone called me a name. Oh yeah, that's not as bad as going to Jamaica and walking outside of the confines of a camp and something happening to you because you're pale skinned, is it? Same in South Chicago, same in Cape Town. Weird that, isn't it? Y'all like to not talk about that sort of stuff.
Parents who are supposed to take care of them and provide for them and then teach them your history. That's called abuse. I'm calling all black countries in the world to look at this. I'm calling...
Who's this guy? Eric Killmonger? All of these countries that we come from that we can't attain any high position in, because you know yourself, that come from very poor beginnings, and then we'll come over to another country that's doing quite well and we'll tell them what they're doing wrong. Oh my god. The last people that are giving advice should be the ones to say, listen, hang on, you know, you're back at the line there, you shouldn't be giving advice at all there, pal.
Every nation in the world, my country, Africa, and every nation that my children and myself are a part
Africa's a continent.
of, to look at these people and what they're doing. They're taking our children.
Look at these people, man. They're not doing what we want them to do. They are not bending the knee. Shut up. Here, who is it that we like here in Ireland? We like Bob Marley, don't we? Yeah, he's cool Jamaican. This fella, nah, not so much.
And separating our families, men and women together. Separate families, yeah?
What is he talking about? What is he saying? Separate our families. What are you kicking about, mate? Nonsense.
Bring our children to their school to teach them their history, right?
That's what you do when you're in that country, though. Like, say for example, if I went to America and I was sitting in America and I had kids and they went to school, I would fully understand them listening and learning about American history as opposed to anywhere else. The same way that if I rocked up into Jamaica and put children into school there, that they would learn about Jamaican history. I wouldn't be going in going, oh no, hang on for a second. Let's learn about 1916 over here, lads. That wouldn't be happening at all, because I know what would happen. It's very clear and obvious. This guy, look at this guy. Anytime I see is that tattoo on the face, anytime I see that, I'm like,
Right? While their father can't even provide for the children. What does your
because you come into this country and then you're happy to have the handout to the government, you know.
history do for my children, my black children? What does it do? Show me.
What you're wearing, the place that you're in, the device that you're using, you know, you could say an awful lot more.
Give me a job that out there that me learning your history can go get me a job right now as a black man. Show me. Show me. Show me.
Are you talking about the fact that you would need good grades to get into college and then you could get a job from that? And then there's other people that are out there that are in trades. And again, I think trades are fantastic. And like that, it's always helpful to know history. But what is he talking about? He's talking absolute nonsense. You see, it's always excuses from guys like these bums that like to say, oh, you know, there's something that I can't do myself and I should just be gifted it. Insecure weakness is what you're saying there. And ironic that he's wearing a hoodie with Tupac Shakur on it, isn't it? That's irony to the next level.
You can't. So stop abusing our children. If the parents don't have documents in this country to provide for them children, do not put our children in your history class. Remove them.
Remove yourself from the country. How about that? How about you head back to Jamaica? How about that? I think that'd be a great idea. And I think an awful lot of other people would say, yeah, that's a fantastic idea. Head on back. Here's the thing. If you don't like it here, you can move on. We'll keep carrying on though. And if you don't like it, off you pop.
Them about themselves. They are not white children. They are black children. They are Indian children. They are Asian children and Arab children. Yeah, they are not Irish. They will never.
Whoa! Look at this, guys. Is this now a far right commentary from this guy? Is that what this is?
They will never be. You are racist, bro.
He just told you that they all are not Irish and they never will be Irish. You see, this is the mentality of people like this guy. And I think the world at large is starting to look at that now and starting to say to themselves, yeah, no, you're definitely not Irish. I mean, if you type Irish person into like the AI now at the moment, do you know where it throws up? Well, it doesn't throw up people that look like Drake Cannon here, that's to be sure.
You oppress people's children's parents who are supposed to be providing for them. Yeah?
This word oppressed is getting thrown around way too much. It's lost all meaning. And it's been used as a crutch by certain people over the last number of years to try and get what they want and try to excuse extremely negative behaviour. And what you're seeing now is a real big shift from people to say, hang on here for a second, you want to talk about oppression? And I mean, imagine having the gall like this fella has to come to this country of Ireland that struggled against the British Empire for over 800 years. That's real oppression. But you know what you don't see? You don't see the Irish crying about it all the time everywhere. You know what I mean? Well, I think you need to do a bit of growing up there, buddy. Here's the, like, no offense to anybody that has tattoos or anything like that, but anytime I see facial tattoos, I have a certain opinion.
And on top of that, you threaten them with all sorts of criminal record. You do all sorts of racist things to people that come to this.
So, don't engage in criminal behaviour. It's very simple.
Country, and then still you want to teach our children your history. That doesn't even matter to them. What?
Correct, because you're coming to this country. Again, like I said, if you go to Jamaica, Nigeria, really use your examples if you want, South Africa, Ethiopia, Rwanda. You're going to be taught their history. They're hardly going to turn around and say, do you know what? We've got a paddy here. We're going to teach everybody about Paddyland. How about that? That's not going to happen. But these people exist in these communities, and this is the important point to make here. These communities aren't pushing back about a guy like this. They're not distancing themselves, and they're not coming out and clearly stating, we have no part in our hand in that. Look at some of the people that are going on to mainstream news. People with a certain complexion, very like Dre, and they're going on talking to you about white privilege. Scandalous stuff, isn't it?
What about my children's history? How do they?
You teach it. I want someone else to do that. That's your job. The same way it'd be my job if I went to a foreign country and had children there. It'd be my job to say, this is your history, this is your heritage. And that's an important fact, an important thing to know about how people view themselves. You don't suddenly get off of a plane and then have the magic dirt theory come into play and say, all of a sudden, I'm American. If I went to America tomorrow and lived in America, I wouldn't have the gall to say that I'm American. I would always be Irish. That is how it is. But guys like this want to say, oh, I'm Irish, and in the same breath then go, well, I'm actually Jamaican. And you should teach people about my history because I'm just too lazy to do that. That's embarrassing for you.
They know who they are. I'm the one that's supposed to be there for my children to teach them their history. But you
doesn't seem like you want to.
You took my children and put them in your history class and brainwashing them with your history, your lies, because as if you came to this country first when you didn't.
Stop. That's absolutely hilarious. Now, what's super embarrassing as well too is that this guy has TikTok and his name is @CanonEra. Now, Era is what Ireland is called in Irish. So to see this guy use that and then try and have multiple digs, and I mean to be quite offensive as well too about what he's saying about Ireland, I think he should be told, listen, on your way there, buddy. But this guy is going to different things. He's going to different events and he's trying to make himself a bit of a voice and a bit of noise about it. And you're starting to see the same from the limestream. I mean, there you go. You've got RTE there publishing a podcast called Black and Irish. Very strange. But everybody knows the moves that are going on. We're starting to see through culture now, and in particular, just viewing what's going on in America, there are some serious issues that are happening there. And it seems like they have been able to captivate some. Now again, this is the important part. Not all. We're not tarring everybody with the same brush here. But it seems like they've been able to give people this victim complex. And what has happened is you just see multiple videos now online on specific pages that have people in dire straits in very negative situations. And it seems like all of the perpetrators seem to have one thing in common. Like I said, common denominator there, I think, amongst Jamaica, South Chicago, have a look at the demographics there, and South Africa. Think of it what you will. But this is the type of gratitude that we are being shown here in Ireland. I think it is high time for people to say, no, I'm not going to have that at all anymore. And this guy calling you any names means nothing, because he has proved himself to be someone that's not interested in doing anything himself. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below the channel. And I'll talk to you later.